It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
7-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe. Two and a half to about the 39.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Airing it out for Olsen. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
It's a gain of 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
At the Vikings' 23-yard line.
Toss play, Cohen, right side. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenny Golladay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
What he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll throw right away. Complete. Smith has it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
11 on the play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Down and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Seahawks 16-yard line.
From the 16, Cousins. That's complete right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Cousins finding the rookie Jefferson for a Viking first down. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run for it with Cook. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, you can darn near lay down near the end zone.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
At their own 38-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On third down, Wilson. He's got it. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. The rookie, Jeff Gladney, picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
By the Vikings.
Sometimes you just take the tape measure and the stopwatch and you throw them all out. But in this case, all you're worried about is that Jeff Gladney may be a little bit undersized. But he doesn't play that way. Doesn't matter whether the receiver's 6'7". He goes up and competes for the football. Not to mention, he will also tackle in the run game.
Following the interception, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Second and 8 coming from the 19.
Second and 8 on the Seahawks 19-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Brings up second.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. 7-7, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Throwing is Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play. Who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play, he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Brings up 4th and
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Now Cousins. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. They'll start things on first with Troy Cohen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
6-yard line.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
To throw on third down, Wilson flush to his right. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Complete.
It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On 2nd and 2, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. The 30, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fields this way up at the 17. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
No, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
The screen pass here to Cohen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. The rookie Jordan Brooks picks it off. And he's into the clear. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
From the 6. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
On the return, the Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to it after the pick 6. Cousin, that one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Cousins on 1st down. Lets it fly for Thielen. That's caught inside the 20. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. A big play there just before halftime. 62 yards.
The Vikings
on 1st and 10. Cousins to the right side and complete to Jefferson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. And it'll be intercepted. The rookie Jordan Brooks picks it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
pass intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Amir Abdullah on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Jamal Adams, an all-pro for the first time a season ago, had a fumble return for a touchdown and a pick 6 last year, and he delivers another pick 6 right here. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 28.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line.
And now here is another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
Brings up
a good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
They'll roll him out right. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Greg Olsen was a big-time pickup for the Seattle Seahawks in the offseason. Spent the last 9 seasons with Carolina as an all-pro, Pro Bowl tight end.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tariq Cohen, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll power his way up near the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
At the 24-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Cousins now. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dorsett making the catch. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Alert, alert, alert. Zebra, zebra. 19 tight.
Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Taken down at the
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Flushed out right. Lets it fly for Thielen. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's the backup, Rivers. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
And the running back position just continues to evolve from what I saw as a youngster when you just took the ball from the quarterback and ran as far as you could. Nowadays, you've got to be able to catch the ball as well. And there were 15 running backs last season, partner, that ran for over 1,000 yards, but only 3 had 500 or more receiving yards as well. Leonard Fournette with Jacksonville, Christian McCaffrey, of course, with Carolina, and this guy right here, Dalvin Cook.
Rivers on 1st down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. They go play action with Wilson. Flush to his right. And now here is another interception. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
On the carry.
12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
4-yard line.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. And this is Cook with the ground. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Hey, downtown!
Off the play fake here, Rivers. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Rivers on fourth down. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
Rivers pass complete.
Adam Thielen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. It's good, and it's now 35-14.
Makes the score Seahawks 35, Vikings 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Anderson Aho. So that one will be accepted. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Here's Wilson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Following the interception here, Rivers. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
The ball carrier.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Sliding out of the pocket. Dorsett's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
By Anderson Aho.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Wilson. Forced out to his left. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Going for it all. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenny Golladay. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again, Rivers. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Wilson steps away to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 4th down. Here's Wilson. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
The Vikings. They'll take over 1st and
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense.
One last shot now for Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick.
Tonight's Final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the calendar changed. October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire